Guys, can a 3D game asset really go from idea to model in 4 seconds? Let me show you how you can do it with Hyper3D. Let's dive in.
Rodin Gen-2.5 is built around one simple idea. You choose how much time the AI should spend thinking before it builds, and on screen you can literally see the thinking effort changing by mode. Extreme Low gives you 4-second generation with 1,000,000 polygons. Low takes around 9 seconds, medium around 20, high around 40, and extreme high around 80 seconds when you want the richest structure and geometry detail. Now that speed control is perfect for game development. For Atom Assault specifically, we can start with a reference image for a tank, turret, drone, or battlefield prop, run quick generations to explore the shape, then spend more processing time only on the version worth keeping. We can also generate up to 10 results from the same input in parallel, so we are comparing options instead of repeating the same job one model at a time. Now look at Extreme High. This is where we slow down and check the geometry more carefully. We can inspect the structure, see how the surfaces are built, and decide whether this asset should stay high detail or later move into a lighter game-ready version. After that, Faithful mode and Creative mode make more sense. Faithful stays closer to the reference, while Creative can idealize the shape when we want a stronger sci-fi game look. Micro mode can capture tiny surface structures. Clean mode keeps geometry smoother when micro detail would make asset too heavy, and saved presets make it so much more easier to jump between fast prop generation and high detail hero assets. Then there is texturing. Once we have the extreme high geometry, we can add textures directly from that geometry. The new 3D native texture architecture grows color and details from the model itself with full 360-degree coverage designed to remove the blind spots that often ruin AI-generated models. It supports more faithful PBR materials, a one-click delight option for cleaning lighting and shadows from the input, and up to 12K textures in open beta for business plan subscribers. Now for gaming, this is where the workflow gets serious. We can create an Atom Assault asset, inspect the texture from every single angle, switch to wireframe, then move it into tools such as Blender, Unity, Unreal, or Godot. Rodin also supports smart, low poly, manual and automatic bank to parts, so a model can be split into editable components, refined part by part, and prepared for animation, printing, or modular game use. Local part level editing means that we can basically change one region without throwing away the entire model, and these editing tools also support imported third-party models. Now, the honest part. There is a difference between accelerating asset creation and finishing every final production step automatically. For simple props, prototypes, concept validation, and early gameplay tests, Hyper3D can remove a massive amount of friction. For complex hero assets, animation-heavy models, or strict studio pipelines, artists may still polish the mesh, refine topology, rig parts, and make final creative calls. Atom Assault is exactly the kind of project where that speed matters. Instead of waiting for every asset before we can test the game, we can build, compare, texture, refine, and move forward while the idea is still fresh. Register today on the Hyper3D website to try Rodin Gen 2.5, click the links in the description down below, and subscribe to Vortex for more AI tools, next-gen workflows, and the continued development of Atom Assault. Thank you all for watching today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one.